Hello and welcome to the Dutchin channel. It's Friday the 5th of April 2024 and it's exactly 1 o'clock. And I'm going to post now the selections for Dundalk this afternoon because we've had so much lots of meetings. I've decided to cover Dundalk. So we're going to start there with the first race, and that's our first betting race, which will be the 455. So 14 will go to post there. This is just the 3 non-runners that were the reserves earlier on in the paper. And our first selection here, our top selection, is going to be Sporting Hero. So we'll go into Matchbook. This is where we'll start. I'm not sure what kind of order these are in. So let's just have a look. Right, Sporting Hero, let's start with the price there. That's currently 21, and stakes of 476 will return us £100. And then our second selection is Winemaker, and Winemaker is 7.6, and stakes of £13.16 will return us £100. And our third selection, Sam Rogue, and Sam Rogue that's currently 16, and stakes of £6.25 would return £100. And our fourth selection, The River Runs Deep, there it is, and that is currently 16.5, so stakes of £6.06 would return £100. And our fifth selection is Talia. And Talia is trading at 3.1. Got a feeling that's going to be our last selection there, so let's add up. We've got £19.77, so that will have to go on our favourite. So we'll start off with Talia, but first of all we'll bring the calculator into play. £19.77 to stake, and to times that by the odds of 3.1 will give us a return of 61.28, so it will be a profit. And we've got 4 running for us: Sporting Hero, Winemaker, Sam Rogue, and The River Runs Deep. One of those 4 win, and it will be a return of £100. Into our second race, and I'm doing it a little bit back to front as I normally done it because I haven't put all the races up here that are just going to be no races. I've just put everything that I can get on one sheet. So we're going to the 6:30 at Dundalk, and our number 1 selection will be Bungle in the Desert. So let's just quickly go to the racing post, make sure that there's no new non-runners, and you can see the same again there. The maximum field is 14. They do have 3 reserves, and it's the 3 reserves that won't go. And this is going to be the 6:30 race. Right, so our top selection is their top selection, so we'll go 6.8 with Bungle in the Desert. And I think the one underneath had just gone under that. So stakes of £14.71 would return us £100. And River Derwent is going to be the second in for us, which will be 10. And stakes of £10 will return £100. And our third selection, Feature This. And Feature This, currently second in the betting at 6.4. And that will give us stakes of £15.63 to return £100. And stakes at the moment leave us £9.67. The fourth in the betting, Suit Yourself Boss. And Suit Yourself Boss, that's currently trading at 10. So whatever I said just now, I think it was £9.67. That will be the stake on Suit Yourself Boss, which will return us £96.70. So that is a good return. And we've got 3 others running for us: Bungle in the Desert, River Derwent, and Feature This. If one of those 3 was to win, it would return £100. Into our third race, which is going to be the Dundalk 7 o'clock. Our top selection here is Zahi. So let's move into the 7 o'clock. And again, we've got 13 runners here, supposedly, and the 3 non-runners. And I've got 14 there, but I can't see who the other one is going to be other than the 3 that were already there. I'm sure that will come out in the wash later on. But you can see that one of the runners, the reserves, is going to be running, so one isn't. Right, we'll look at that later on anyway. So the 7 o'clock, as I say, our top selection here is Zahi. And Zahi in the betting is currently second at 6. Stakes here of £16.67 would return us £100. And the second selection is Gatsby Cap. And Gatsby Cap, that's currently 28, and stakes of £3.57 would return us £100. And our third selection is Bucky Larson. Bucky Larson, that's trading at 11, and stakes of £9.09 would return us £100. And our fourth selection, Wonder Spirit. And Wonder Spirit, this is trading at 14, and stakes of £7.14 would return us £100. Our fifth selection is The One That Got Away. And The One That Got Away currently trading at favourite at 3.8. So let's add up what we had got before that one. And we've got £13.53 left, which is just under half of what we need to put on it. And that will be our last stake to bring it up to £50. So The One That Got Away, £13.53 at odds of 3.8 will give us a return of £51.41. So that's great, because that's at least our money back with no loss. And we've got 4 running for us: Zahi, Gatsby Cap, Bucky Larson, and Wonder Spirit. One of those 4 win, it will return us £100. So moving on to our next race, which is our fourth, and it's going to be the 8 o'clock at Dundalk. And the 8 o'clock, yeah, pretty much the same. 14 go to the post, and the 3 non-runners are all the reserves. So we'll go into matchbook for Dundalk's penultimate, and Moon de Harrig. And I'm sure I'm going to get stuck on a load of these. So Moon de Harrig is our top selection, and it is favourite at 5.6. So stakes here of £17.86 would return us £100. The second selection is the MPEX Kid. And the MPEX Kid, yep, just on the screen there at 23. Stakes of £4.35 would return us £100. And our third selection is Roman Ball. And Roman Ball, that's currently 10.5. And stakes there of £9.52 would return us £100. And our fourth selection is Eneric. And I thought I'd put an N instead of an M. It's Emerick. So let's just change that letter there. And Emerick is currently trading at 6.2. So stakes of £16.13 would return us £100, and that's going to leave us with £2.14. And our fifth selection is Celtic Revival, and this is trading at 7.6. So this will be our last stake, and that will be £2.14 to bring that up to £50. So the last selection now is our fifth one, which is Celtic Revival, and that will give us £2.14, and we'll times that by the price of 7.6. So if this was to win, it would bring back £16.26, not a lot, but something's better than nothing. And our top four are Moon de Harrig, the Mpex Kid, Roman Ball, and Emerick. And if one of those four was to win, then it would return £100. And now we're going on to the last race, small field here, just 6 go to post. So we'll just look on and see if there's any additional non-runners here or anything. Jesus, what a lot of hassle that is. Right, 6 go to post here in the 8:30. So we'll go over to Matchbook for the final time. Our top selection here will be Hans Andersen, and Hans Andersen is currently trading at 2.1 on Matchbook, and stakes of £47.62 would be required to return £100. And our second selection is Vicio, which is currently 22, and all we've got to put on that is £2.38, and then that will bring up our stakes of £50. So Vicio, £2.38 times the price there of 22 would get us back £52.36. So that would actually be a good bet, because that would, if the favourite was to get beaten here, this one would get our money back. So it's a pretty decent bet. So Hans Andersen would bring us £100 there, and Vicio, as I say, £52.36. Right, we're going to do a quick recap of the 5 races at Dundalk, and we're going to start with the 4:55. We've got 4 running for us: Sporting Hero, Winemaker, Sam Rogue, and The River Runs Deep. And one of those would return us £100, and Talia would be the lower amount. Into the 6:30, we've got 3 running for us: Bungle in the Desert, River Derwent, and Feature This. And Suit Yourself Boss will be the lower amount. Our third race is the 7 o'clock: Zahi, Gatsby Cap, Bucky Larson, and Wonder Spirit. One of those 4 would return us £100, and The One I Got Away will be the lower amount. Then into our fourth race, the 8 o'clock, we got Moon de Harrig, the Mpex Kid, Roman Ball, Emerick. One of those 4 would return us £100, and Celtic Revival the lower amount. And into the last race, we've just got one here: Hans Andersen, would return us £100, and Vicio the lower amount. So that's all the racing uploaded today. As I say, we've had a lot of cancellations, abandonments. So first of all, I've already put the Lingfield card up. Then I put the Musselburgh card up, and now this is the extra one that I've just finished and done. That's the Dundalk card. So happy punting for the afternoon and evening. And after that last race at Dundalk there, I will be back with a recap of today's profits and losses in the results show, and hopefully it's going to be a profit. So we'll see how we go through the afternoon and the early evening. Thank you very much for watching.